shit, we live. We live. Hey. You're watching Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. I'm your host, Yo Jules DJ, and welcome back to another episode of Who Do You Got? The show that takes two of your favorite hip-hop giants and makes them go round for round, and to answer the overall question, who do you got? Today's battle consists of two legendary giants. We decided to take it out of the spectrum that we usually keep it in, of MC versus MC, and we decided to go label versus label, CEO versus CEO, producer versus producer. The list goes on and on. We're talking about two giants in the game, still currently doing it. We're talking about none other than Sean Love Combs versus Jermaine Dupri. Welcome to another episode of Who Do You Got? Fellas, make some noise for yourself.
Yeah, claro que yeah.
What's going on? We're going to go around the room real quick. Fellas, introduce yourselves, shout it out, and let them know who do you got off the bat. We're going to start off the bat, just letting people know who you got. We're going to dive right into it. Going first with my man, Triple C, coming out of Jamaica, Queens. What's going on, Triple C?
That's right. What's up, world? What's up? I'm here eating my cheesy popcorn right here. I know. To me, Jermaine Dupri got a lot of hits that I didn't know he did when I did some research. But
yeah, he do. Yeah. His pen game is heavy too.
Yeah.
His pen game is heavy.
Yeah. But Diddy's like the mayor of New York.
And his pen game on a check was mean as well.
Yeah.
Mean.
But right now, I'm the slide with. I'm going with Dupri.
You're going with Jermaine Dupri. Triple C has spoken. Going with that Southern love. You've been jotted, Triple C, in my book.
Right. It may change, but
it may change. DJ Scandalous, represent Queens, New York. What are we thinking? Who do you like better? And we'll discuss every facet of it as we go along the way. But who?
Man, this is a tough one, man.
And we can stop with all the tough, and I like them both. And you know,
I know, but
no,
you know what?
No. Let's be real. No more interview talk. We're not on an interview. We're not gonna get a job here. We're not hiring. Keeping it real. This is barbershop talk. This is what's going on. Going forward with barbershop talking.
Kick down the building.
I got Jermaine Dupri, man.
Oh, snap. Didn't see that coming, but we will get into why everybody feels this way. But can you give a quick little why you feel that way?
I think for me, I just the easy answer, I think I'm playing a lot more of his music that he produced with some of his artists a little bit more right now.
Got you, Jermaine Dupri. It's been noted. Got it down. My man Breeze is so my bad. Breeze not ready yet. Okay, we're gonna keep it on. We're gonna keep it moving. Breeze can jump us on in.
Yo, I'm here, man. I'm just
he got to get his makeup
right. I'm here. I'm just trying to get it right.
Get his makeup
right, man.
We gotta get his P.DIDDY fur ready.
Adjust your wig later. Put the wig on later. Cool, Breeze. We're gonna come back to you when you're ready, all right? My man DJ Hobo.
Yes.
You've heard the battle. It's been spoken of on the internet. They've spoken about it a lot. It's been something that people want. Will we ever see it? I don't know. But if it did go down, who do you got?
Yeah. So I heard some spicy comments on my Instagram that I didn't know about. Mr. What is it? Diddy Love Puff, whatever he is calling himself these days.
Puff Love.
Puff Love.
I think he's even got it on his driver's license or some shit like that. But yeah, man. So I heard that I need to do a little more research myself, but this is from a very reliable source. That he did not want any of the Primo beats that were on the Biggie album. Like he didn't want them to be on there.
Puff, you mean?
Yes, Puff.
Wow. And this is the second album or the first album?
This is the second album.
Wow, this is news to me.
It is.
So that
I remember hearing that story about him chasing down Premier on the radio, like, we want that beat. There was a 10 Crack Commandments beat that J. Rue was rhyming over.
Right. But they said supposedly he didn't want no Primo beats.
Wow.
I can see Puff hating.
I can see Puff hating. And for that and for that reason, I am going with Jermaine Dupri.
Wow. I'm not mad. I just did not see this happening, but okay. I'm not mad. Like I said, just when you think you know your friends. But okay, we're gonna keep it moving. And mind you, there's a lot of DJ related people in this room right now. So it's like I said, just I'm questioning my wingman next to my DJ. Like, what record are you about to throw on next? So moving it down the line, my man Breeze, what's going on? I mean, first of all, welcome back. I see you snacking on a bowl of some goodies. What you eating on? What you eating on?
Some rice, broccoli, and a little bit of shrimp.
Just a little bit. Just I got that. Just enough.
But little adobo on it, you did?
Oh, nice. Keeping it Latin. I love it.
AKA the Breeze Bowl.
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 Breeze. You're on you're on black screen for a second, but I know you can hear us. You hear who the battle's about tonight. You know what's going down. Who do you got?
Tough one, as usual. But I'm gonna go with the short man, as some people call him, Master Splinter. My man Jermaine Dupri.
Yo,
Wow.
right now. Okay, a lot. I'm not even mad because I am a Jermaine Dupri fan myself, so I can't lie. I'm just more excited to see other people are fans as well. So
we're gonna break it down and we're gonna get into it, man.
Please. I mean, do you want to say why? For example, you chose?
Because the thing is, Jermaine Dupri, if a lot of people don't know, he's an awesome DJ, man. That dude's nice. He gets busy on those ones and twos. He has produced for a lot of major people.
Yeah,
has major people, and their music is still timeless. And Puff the same, but I would say, he has Brat. He has who else? He has
well, yeah, Bow Wow,
Chris Cross, Bow Wow, Jagged Edge,
Usher.
Yeah.
I mean, to a certain degree, Usher.
Mariah Carey.
So that Mariah
Carey.
So a lot of acts. If you were coming out of the South, specifically Atlanta, Jermaine Dupri had something to do with it, or he did some collabos with a lot of people, man. So that's why
he's definitely very, very influential in putting that.
Puff in New York, had a lot of collabos and things like that too with people. But remember,
he was also on people's videos.
Dancing all in the videos.
But the thing is that, even Puff had to go down to Atlanta. Biggie did a song with the Brat, which is still a dope song.
Yes.
Puff was in a lot of he was in a lot of Cats videos down there. He was in Usher's videos. And he actually he worked with a lot of artists in Atlanta as well too. Because I don't know if y'all know.
He actually lived there. He lived there for a while.
He had a house down there, and he shot a video for Outkast, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he did. He shot Outkast's very first video.
Yep.
He sure did.
So
because we're gonna keep it moving. It looks like I said it's a landslide of a vote. That the room is heavily sided, leaning towards Jermaine Dupri being the winner tonight of the overall better. What should we call it? Entertainer. CEO, label,
right? What do you call it?
Interpret this a bunch of different ways, and get to the root of everybody's feeling as to why they feel Jermaine Dupri is the guy. But we're gonna go into round one, guys. Don't forget to follow us at Eats, Beats, and Rhymes on Instagram, at Twitch, at YouTube. Dropping videos soon. Make sure you follow us all here. Our names are on the screens, nice and easy for everybody. I'm a little nice. And we're gonna go ahead and go right into this. Round number one, fellas. Another episode. Who do you got? Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Guys, I asked you the question. When it comes down to Sean, Love, Diddy, Puffy, Combs versus Jermaine, JD Dupri, who's the better CEO? We're talking about from a musical standpoint at this point. We're not going to get caught up in TV stations and stuff of that nature. And, but we're going to talk about CEO. So let's just talk about the label at this point. I'll leave it to you guys. Anybody want to step up first and go to bat for why they maybe think their favorite was the better CEO, or do you feel differently about it with this particular question? Breeze, let's start with you.
I'll go first.
I see you itching over there, looking like a fiend. Go ahead.
I would say Jermaine Dupri.
Okay.
Want to know why I say that?
I do.
Because I've never heard of any artist that was under Jermaine Dupri complaining about money situations.
Yeah,
that's kind of a fact right there. That's kind of a fact right there.
A lot of people were under Puff, and there's no diss to Puff.
Right.
Just saying, outside looking in, a lot of those people have been kind of messed up throughout the year.
Can we talk about certain examples about people who have gone on to do great stuff? We don't no need to dwell on the negative. We know who didn't, move on. But when we talk about people that Jermaine Dupri obviously started working with, we're talking about people like Usher. We're talking about people like Mariah Carey. We're talking about the
Bow Wow,
Xscapes of the world. There's still a facet of that in the culture today from that tree, that that tree.
Yeah.
The same can be said for Diddy, I think.
Yeah.
But I think when we think back about a lot of former acts, I don't know if they're really that maybe visible or social or that active today in today.
Nah, it seems like all his actors are mad about the money situation. Every
well, Triple T, how do you feel right now? So who do you think was the better CEO overall?
I'm going with the Dupree, because he's the actual producer.
That was a shot. I felt that. Okay, barbershop talk. Okay. Put a little alcohol on it. It'd be all right. Put a little alcohol.
And plus,
so you going with Jermaine Dupri. Gotcha.
Plus, all his acts, all his former acts still want to work with them. They still.
I think, given the chance, everybody would want to work with Diddy too, because they know there's a check involved. If Diddy on the phone,
I don't know.
Let me explain to you. If Diddy on the phone, there's money on the phone. If you don't know how to make it,
yeah, for him.
No, well, for you too. That's what I'm saying. You got to turn that situation into money for you. that man is like there's certain people in the world, right? Like,
tell that to 112.
No, it's the same thing like a Warren Buffett situation. You meet Warren Buffett, like, and you get into a situation where you could befriend him, and you actually have oh shit, Warren's cool. Like we text for that. Like you can benefit from that. It's how you decide to benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? But you can. There's no way your friend gonna be a billionaire. You ain't gonna fucking see something out of it. And I'm not even talking about like hook me up. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you have to find a way. Like how they say that they say that. Surround yourself around the people that you want to aspire to be, right? So, I'm just saying. But okay, so Triple C has spoken. You feel Jermaine Dupri is the better?
Yeah, and he was on the verses. He came on.
Which verses was he on again?
Came on the
last night.
Yeah, last night. No, Saturday. Yeah, Saturday.
Yes, Saturday. Excuse me, Saturday. Xscape versus SWV. Okay. All right, then here we go. So, DJ Hobo, what are we thinking right now? Jermaine Dupri, Puff Daddy. Do we need to talk about certain moves or certain acts that are legendary or not legendary? Like, where you at with both of these guys?
I mean, it's Biggie is the obvious win for Puff, right? Like you can't deny that.
I think that's one of. I think that's definitely one of.
You gotta give
flagship.
Love
for sure.
Love to Mary as well as being a
very influential on her life as well. Absolutely.
Finder. Also early Missy Elliott, Jodeci, he got some joints, However, to echo my man Triple C's sentiment, I don't know if a lot of people really want to fuck with Puffy. Like I know Mary still fucks with Puffy, but
she ain't signed him.
She ain't signed to him. I think that the Locks have reconciled their beef with Puffy, but I think I saw
they're still throwing fridge. They're still throwing fridge at him.
They are still throwing fringe beef, and I think I saw an interview where Jadakiss said that he ain't writing no more rhymes with Puff or nothing like that. So like, and like my man Triple C said, ask 112 what's up. Ask Dylon. Five of them. You know, props to him for finding people, but I think it does speak volumes that not many people stay with him. So for that reason, I'm also going to go with Jermaine Dupri. And it's not it's not related at all, but I can't overlook the fact that Jermaine Dupri was married to Janet Jackson.
Well, he wasn't. Was he married?
Well, I don't
No,
think
he wasn't married.
He was dating her.
He was giving it a scab.
For a minute. For a minute though.
Yeah, he was. And
he's giving her the toner arm.
More praise to him. Got you. So DJ Hobo has spoken, and DMV representee is putting it down. Jermaine Dupri is in the building. DJ Scandalous.
Yes, sir.
When it comes down to Sean, P. Diddy, aka Puffy, aka all of them, versus Jermaine Dupri.
Damn, wrong timing for this.
Yeah, man. I gotta agree with the room, man, and I'm going with Jermaine Dupri, man.
Snap.
For the most part, man, I will agree with pretty much what everybody has stated in the sense that we don't really hear too many issues behind the scenes that we know of having money issues with Jermaine Dupri or having any kind of issues with him, but we all can point out to an issue that people have with Puff. Not to mention, unfortunately, one artist got locked up and became Muslim. One artist became a preacher. One artist died. Another artist fell off and died. So it's like the track record, unfortunately, is not really good. And overall, I'll say this about Puff too. On one hand, it's really about him, and it's always been about him. You know what I mean? Yep. So, with that being said, if I was to pick the better CEO or the person who may care about more about the artist, I would give it to Jermaine Dupri.
Wow. Okay. So this is how everybody's feeling. I feel like I'm supposed to take it personal, but I'm not. I'm just the host. So we're gonna let it's been noted, fellas. Round number one, we asked the question: who's the better overall CEO, Jermaine Dupri or Sean Love Combs? The room is spoken, and we all feel that Jermaine Dupri is the overall better CEO. Ask the artists that were signed, that were there. Ask the artists. How about we just say ask the artists that were there? That's what the room does. And if everybody feels like the room will agree that all artists will salute Jermaine and maybe not.
Maybe not. You know.
Puff Love make his artists see him go religious.
Puff Love. Oh boy. Fellas, we're moving on to round two. Eats, beats, and rounds. Who do you got? Sean Love Combs versus Jermaine Dupri. Round number two. I posed the question to you. Pretty simple. When we think about major music, major hits, major classics, and major presence in the game, who is the overall better producer? I'll let you guys dissect that.
He is Jermaine Dupri. He didn't really produce.
Again, it did.
No, he's not. He did produce.
I will play devil's advocate.
I'm sorry, Puff Love. Yeah, you did produce.
Listen, that's like saying Quincy Jones doesn't produce. You know what I'm saying? There's
right,
that are in the room that know.
That's why I apologize.
You can't deny. You can't deny that Puff knows how to make a hit.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no denying that. Right.
Right.
So again, I let you dissect that plus that Jermaine Dupri we know has. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And again, each had their own ace up their sleeves. Again, so with Puff, you might get that feature that you want to, because Puff can make that call. Like I said, I'll let you examine whichever way you want to look at the word producer. If you want to look at it from like a Dilla kind of standpoint, or you want to look at it from like a Quincy Jones kind of standpoint, which is the same as a Dr. Dre kind of standpoint, right?
Right.
There's a lot of our favorite producers. So I leave you guys to interpret who's the better producer. Why don't we start with the West Coast? My man, Cool Breeze, what are you thinking when I pose that question? What songs run through your head, for example? Are there any songs that stand out to you from either of these guys that make you smile or make you mad?
Yeah, well, when I think of Puff, when I think of Puff, automatically I'm gonna think Big. I'm gonna think Biggie, and I'm gonna think Craig Mack. You know, and you got to think about Mary J. Blige as well too. Excuse me. And you got to think about the Locks.
Facts. All facts.
And the thing is, on this one, I'm gonna say Puff, because I listen to, not saying I don't listen to Jermaine Dupri's artists, but I think I listen to more people who have fallen from the tree of Diddy than Jermaine Dupri. So I'm gonna go on Puff.
Hobo is spoken. Oh, excuse me. Cool Breeze is spoken. DJ Hobo, what are you thinking? How you feeling? When it comes to the musical aspect of these two guys, who's the better producer? Who do you got?
So I'm going to. You can't deny, Puff did produce, whether or not, he did all of the producing on these songs. That's just, rumor and conjecture as to did it or not.
Again, an open to interpretation of what production,
right? As to what production means. But the nod, I think, has to go to Jermaine Dupri, because Jermaine Dupri is one of 3 rappers that are in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
That's a fact. That's a big fact. We'll talk about a little bit, but you're right about that.
The other 2 being Jay-Z and Missy Elliott. So I think that speaks volumes. And Jermaine Dupri wrote songs for Mariah Carey.
He did.
And he wrote big hits for Mariah Carey. He wrote big hits for Usher. He wrote all the big hits for Xscape, the ones that they did on the Verses on Saturday.
No, his pen game is nasty as well.
His pen game is ridiculous, bro.
But the producer game and his production game is quite. So we're going with Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, I'm going with Jermaine Dupri.
Say less. DJ Scandalous.
Yes, sir.
You're a producer. I value your opinion very much when it comes to these type of questions. Who do you got, man? Who do you got?
Man. I don't know, man.
Man, I want to hear this because you used to talk very funny about one of these two guys when we were coming up in high school and in college. So, like, again, I want to hear the real. I don't want to hear this.
No.
You ain't interviewing nobody tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? They ain't watching.
Sure. The thing is,
who do you got and why?
We don't know that.
As a producer, you learn and evolve and grow over time with everything. So my nod is for Jermaine Dupri. Nothing to take away from Puff. I think Puff puts together excellent teams of producers. Like there's no denying Hitman, any of those groups of producers that Puff put together. So Puff has the ear for the talent, whether it's production or artists. He has the ear for that. He's good at that. But overall, I think I like Jermaine Dupri better for this particular pit. Nothing to take away from Puff.
Got it. Say less. Interesting. Triple C. The place to be. Who you got?
Well, see, this 2 different sounds really. Like
what do you consider Diddy sound?
I'm talking about like hip hop wise, I would give it to Diddy. R&B wise, I would give it to Dupri.
Okay.
But overall, I would say Dupri overall.
Dupri does it again.
Yeah.
Shout out to the chat room.
Shout out to who chat room, everybody in the chat room. Yeah. Eats Beats and Rhymes. Don't forget every Monday night, 8 p.m. Twitch. Okay, so guys, it looks like according to this math of mine, that's really simple because it's only 4 of you, but I'm high, so it's making me count twice. And once again, Jermaine Dupri has become the winner of round number 2 and is on the board twice.
Wow.
Down to Sean Diddy Combs, Sean Love Combs, Sean Puffy Combs, and Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri is in the lead. Segueing off of what Triple C actually brought up, I wanted to sort of emphasize on something that these two gentlemen were very good at in their career, which was the R&B genre. They dominated the genre for a long time, inventing the remix and taking that to all new levels, both these gentlemen. I wanted to pose a battle of the bands, if you will. I tried to keep it. This is a two-part question, guys. I'm going to say the name of the bands.
Die on.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, man.
No, that's a good one. So I will name the bands, and you guys let me know who wins in each respective battle, if you will. When we talk about the R&B genre, both these guys, Bad Boy and So Def, we talk about 112 versus Jagged Edge. We talk about Total versus Xscape. That's the battle I wanted to see.
Wow.
Okay.
Them women ain't speaking to each other.
Okay. Okay.
That's
first.
Again, these were some of the more popular R&B groups for both of these guys.
Right.
They're heavy hitters, if you will. They have soul artists as well, obviously.
Right.
All four of these bands, these groups, had huge success. Huge.
Yeah.
Needless to say. Where do you guys stand on this? Who wants to go first? Two-part.
I'll go. I'll mess with it.
Triple C jumping out the window.
Yes, yeah.
Go.
I'm rocking with you said 112 against Jagged Edge. I'm going with JE. I'm going with JE on that.
Gotcha.
They brought the well, you can say they like the like a version of Jodeci to me.
You're a do-rag fan, say less.
Yeah.
When it comes down to Total,
a Timberland singer, huh? Gotcha.
when it comes down to Total versus Xscape,
I'm going with Total.
Going with Total on this one.
Yeah.
So Sean Diddy action.
Yep.
Yep. Action. I see Triple C.
They're real.
Total song that makes you feel that way.
What's that single that they had
Summertime?
No, the remix with Keith Murray. I like that joint.
Oh, the
Can't You See?
Can't You See So Def? What's weird about this? I think that's a So Def remix.
What?
Is it?
Oh.
That's a true story.
Hold on. We gotta look that
up.
I might even have it queued up right here. Hold on a second.
See.
I'm still going with Total.
That's fine. But I think the irony of that whole situation is kind of weird.
Total's the female Jagged Edge.
Why do you pick Total? Because
check this out.
Because they was gonna beat up Wendy Williams.
Oh man,
that's a Bad Boy remix.
Yeah, but there's a So Def one version too.
Ooh.
See, it's hitting.
That's kind of hit. I never thought Keith Murray would sound good on Jermaine Dupri.
But listen,
but
here's
James
the
Brown,
thing.
Here's the thing. Go over James Brown.
But you can't really sleep on Keith Murray because Keith Murray had a lot of hits.
We learned that lesson.
But a lot of people.
Big fact. That's a big fact. Matter of fact, so moving on to you, Cool Breeze. How you feeling? When it comes down to these R&B groups, I know you've had plenty of these things in rotation when you was getting your boogie on back in the day. I'm sure these songs helped you score plenty of points. Big numbers back on the board. Which album, which group helped you score more points?
I'm going to go with Jagged Edge.
Jagged Edge.
And I like Total and both Xscape, but I think Total had a little bit more hits than. I mean, sorry, Xscape had more hits than Total.
Okay. So you're going with Xscape.
Yeah, I'm going with Xscape.
So you're going with Jermaine Dupri's group against Say Less. We're gonna keep moving. DJ Hobo. I feel like I just put you onto this particular remix. You might have to start looking up. You got the Dashboard version. You're gonna eventually have this now So Def version. Who do you think has the better version?
Hey, so I'm going to go with 112 over Jagged Edge.
Okay.
I kind of feel that way too. I'm not gonna lie.
The first 112 album
Fire.
was bonkers.
It is.
You know, that's got timeless joints on it.
That R&B run that Puff had.
Yeah, it was
in that 90s to 2000s, and like he had a good run. He had a good Total 112. Like he was doing it. So, so you're saying on this particular battle, 112 Jagged Edge, you got 112.
I got 112. Yes.
Gotcha. How do we feel about the ladies?
So if you had asked me this prior to Saturday's verses, I might have said Total. But yo, for real, Xscape got some hits, man.
Yeah.
They really got some like bangers.
They do. Well, Hobo, before you say anything, like I said, I went out my way a little earlier to see if I couldn't find a couple of joints just to refresh everybody's memories. You know, not, you know.
Turn it up a little bit.
First introduction to Shine.
This is a hot remix. This is a hot remix. Hot remix. Hot remix.
I know Breeze getting some trim to this.
I think didn't Dallas Austin do that version?
I think he did.
Not sure. It says the Puff Daddy remix because back then Puff didn't rap, so the fact that he was even rapping on this one was like a big deal. Just a few, and then a personal favorite. Damn, it's acapella.
That was hot. Yeah, for sure.
That was a banger. You know?
Yeah, that's mine.
What are we thinking? So I posed to you again, Hobo. Don't forget Total Xscape. Only reason I guess I played a little devil's advocate is because literally you got a big pause dose of Xscape this past weekend. So like, you know, there was a refresher course I just wanted to give you real quick on the Total side.
I don't know that
was enough.
That part. But I don't know that the other two young ladies in Total can sing.
What?
I think they can.
I don't know this to be true, bro.
They all took turns singing.
Not like Xscape though.
True.
That's true. Like Xscape though.
Four of them can sing. You're right.
All four of them can sing, and they harmonize very well. And even little Tiny can sing, even though she looked like she was high as gas on Saturday
and ugly as shit. But you're right.
You know, but she looked like she could sing. And yeah, I'm going with Total, man. And you can't.
You going with Total?
No, sorry, I'm going with
Xscape.
And also, you can't deny the pen game of Candy and Tiny with the Destiny's Child joints that they did. And so, you know, overall talent, I gotta rock with it.
Right.
And Scandalous, how we feeling? I mean, you know, I'm sure, like I said, you played plenty of records from.
Yeah. I was thinking about it, man. I'm a big Jagged Edge fan, man. I really like them cats, and they were big. But I'm actually gonna go with 112 on this because I remember during that era, those joints were hitting in the club, man. We was playing those records, and like those joints were hitting. That Only You remix, ooh, that was one of the bigger records. Plus, Anywhere, another huge record, you know, for 112. Cupid,
Yes,
that was one of my
huge
favorite
record.
joints.
It was fire.
So I'm gonna go with 112, even though I'm a huge Jagged Edge fan. But for the sake of, say it again.
You could have a version with Mr. Cheeks.
For what?
Cupid.
Only
No.
There was a 112 record that had Mr. Cheeks on it.
There is. I can't remember right now.
Oh, yeah.
Come see me. It's Come See Me.
Come see. Ooh.
Yeah.
That joint was hot too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, I'm a huge Jagged, but for this, I'm picking 112, and
No, that was 112. Okay,
say again.
No, that song I was looking up was 112 also.
Yeah.
And
So on Total Xscape.
Total, I mean, man, Total was killing them back then too. But I think the pen game and the hits were a little bit stronger with Xscape, man. I think again for the question, I think I'm gonna pick Xscape for this one. The pen game is a little bit longer in this particular situation.
Got it.
So I'm on the board alone with Toto.
Say again.
I'm on the board alone with Toto.
Yeah,
I think that's
you all by yourself with that one.
I'll be totally by myself then.
Yeah. You're by yourself on this one.
So what you did, Mike? So what you did?
It's what you did. And as far as the male groups, it looks like that's a tie.
What?
That's a literal tie. So we've had 2 votes for 112 and 2 votes for Jagged Edge. Interesting.
Yeah.
Xscape, they have that all around. They could do gospel. They could do so many different things, man.
So Toto can too. Just ask him.
And remember, Tiny was the one who helped T.I. get his career off.
Right.
But she had
other things.
He had this. Well, because he had the studio she had the studio in the crib. He would come through and lay down some tracks.
And then lay down her tracks.
Yeah. Well. how do they do it? 2 and 2.
So guys,
pro quo.
Yes, sir.
This round, like I said, is a basic. It was supposed to be a 2-part question. You know, basically a split. You know, kind of a decision on each side. But it looks like there's a tie on the male group and a overall leading point system for the Xscape group. So we're gonna figure this out at the end of the.
I'm about to say, where do you lean?
Me to the right always, but
Claro que pos.
We will figure out tie-breaking situations at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? We will work that out. But moving on to round number 4, I asked some of you guys earlier this evening to, verse yourself in the Jermaine Dupri "Welcome to Atlanta" remix, which features both Puff and Jermaine Dupri on the same song, back to back, as a matter of fact. There always was a sort of like, New York versus Atlanta thing around that time in the 2000s, because Atlanta was dominating in New York. Well, we're just cocky like that. We always want to feel like we're number 1. So on that particular record, we had both head honchos go back to back. We actually played the song right before going live with you guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat room at Eats Beats and Rhymes on Twitch. Guys, who had the best verse on the Welcome to Atlanta remix? You heard it earlier. Jermaine Dupri or Puff Love Combs?
I think Puff Love. Puff Love.
Trip's going with Diddy on the verse.
Yeah.
Is there a particular line that stands out to you, Trip? Or do you just like
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know. He just sounded good.
Sounded good. I just like it. I just like it. I just like it.
I just liked it.
Liked it. Damn.
Well, it went well because the priest set it off, so it went well.
He did. He was mentioning and shouting out all the dope spots in the
Atlanta.
Yeah. Cool Breeze. Fresh West Coast perspective. What do you think? Is it Harlem Is it College Park? Who got it?
I'm gonna have to go with Diddy on this one.
Welcome to New York.
Yeah.
Got it.
His energy came off on it a little bit harder, I think. Yeah.
Say less. Did it Scantastico.
Yeah, man. I'm going with Diddy on this one, man.
Oh.
Like it may be slightly biased, but when you live in New York or when you're from New York, you understand all of those different things, especially just like how you said that the cockiness of being from New York, it just makes sense.
It kind of does, though. It really does. Got it. So we are gonna go with Hobo on this one. Hobo, do you stand any different than the rest of the guys, or do you feel the same way? Like, what do we think?
Man, Puffy can't fucking rhyme. Y'all are bugging. Puffy cannot fucking rhyme. I don't care how well he studies the verse when someone writes it for him.
Dupri's not a rapper, also.
Man, I beg to differ. He wrote all the crisscross stuff.
JD writes rhymes, bro.
Yeah.
He writes rhymes and he writes checks.
And he writes checks.
Songs, big R&B songs. That's why his little ugly ass gets bad bitches like this. It ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
May I never run into Puffy in life, and he should he ever see?
Hey, it's a very small world, sir. It's a very small world.
I mean, but for real, man. JD had a better verse on that song.
Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to Douglas, man, who said those were Stevie J's rhymes.
Ooh,
bro.
That makes me feel weird.
Stevie J's rhymes on the Puffy joint.
I thought it was Moon.
Well, remember, Stevie J is a producer and he's a writer as well too. So
okay.
So it's like it could have been Stevie J because he's been in the game. But this is like, I guess a lot of the new people who know Stevie J as a reality star, they don't know him as being a guy who's a producer. So
I mean, Stevie J has produced some of the biggest records for Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
And he plays instruments like he's a legit musician.
Yeah, and I think by you saying that, I think that reality show stuff kind of takes away from who he really is, because that dude is outside of the goofiness and stuff on screen. He is really a talented dude.
Yeah, he's gone on to produce very big records while under Puff.
Upstate New York. He's from upstate.
Is he?
Yeah, he's from Rochester.
Who is?
Okay.
Stevie J.
Yeah, he is from Rochester. You're right. He absolutely is. Got you. So, guys, we're coming to the last of the battle here. Round number 5. We've gone through 4 rounds already. This last round goes to Sean, Puffy Love, Diddy, Daddy.
Take that.
Take that, Combs. You know what I'm saying? The legend. No disrespect. These are all the names that you stepped to the game with. But Sean takes the icing on the cake when it comes to best verse on Welcome to Atlanta. So he outshine. He's according to the room, he ate him on his own record. Ate him on his own.
Damn. Hobo is shaking his head in disgust.
His own record. He ate him up. He Eminem'd him.
I'm not disappointed.
Eminem'd him. That's a thing. That's an actual thing. He Eminem'd him. Jeesh. Got you. Okay. Drastic, this is the guys that you were voting for this guy. Don't forget. Fellas, we're going to be moving on. Heats, Beats, and Rhymes. Who do you got? Sean Love Combs versus Jermaine Dupri. We asked the question. Round number 5. We asked the serious stuff here. We've kind of been playing around a lot on the business side of things. We have certain questions about, how do they move as CEOs? How do they move as producers? Who produce better R&B groups? Who have better verses? But now it's the question that everybody wants to know. It's the one that we've been waiting for all night. Who had the better love interest? We're talking Jennifer Lopez versus Janet Jackson. I want to make it clear. I want to make it clear. that while they may have dated during different time periods, which could affect the level of, let's just call it sexiness of these women at that time period, but I've done the homework, and both women are on the same age now, and both were looking delicious around the time that they were dating both of these ugly men. So,
are they looking delicious now, Drew?
Yes.
listen, J-Lo had twins. I doubt it. So
J-Lo still
is tough right now, bro.
I don't know, bro.
I mean, J-Lo without the makeup, though, bro. J-Lo without the makeup.
I've dealt with women in the projects with just one baby, and that shit looks shot. So I can a Puerto Rican chick from the Bronx having.
Wow.
Come on, we know the deal. We know the deal.
No.
We know the deal.
Okay, so I pose the question. Jackson, all right, or Jenny from the block, Lopez. Who wants to go first? Breeze. I'm not even gonna. Matter of fact, you are going first.
Shout out to Douglas again, too, man.
The ladies have been hitting the chat room all evening, wondering where you're at.
Shout out to Douglas in the group. He says, gotta include Puff's ladies, though. Kim Porter and Cassie. Now, being that, may she rest in peace, Kim Porter, I actually was in the store with her out here. And I saw her, I was like, damn, this chick's bad.
She's
bad.
Tall.
Yeah, well, I'm taller than you.
I
don't
feel away. I'm secure.
No, I know this, but I mean, it's like this, Jules. I mean, you know,
my feet are currently dangling. I won't lie, but I'm secure in my height.
Like you reading out Diddy's resume? He's talking about only one. He's talking about one.
There's no slight on your height there, brother, because you know,
not height shame me. Not up in here.
But out of J-Lo and Janet, tough. You know,
it's a great problem to have.
Are you talking about now or at that time?
I mean, listen, bro. We're barbershop talking. You telling me like, yo, I hit Dolores from around the block. I'm like, Dolores, I had Pamela from down the street, and be like, oh. So I say to you,
but yo, man,
you got the bigger bragging right, Puff or Jermaine?
I would say.
I like the way you just phrased that.
Yeah.
That was good.
I would say, yeah, but that green dress she had on, man. You know that green dress?
Oh, I know.
Oh, man. That green dress was everything. But
you know what your man Puff said about that green dress when they asked him about it?
I know what he said.
He said, I don't know anything about that green dress. I know how fast I got out of it.
Yeah. And that was probably
But the Janet album cover, though. The Janet album cover.
Yes, with the suspenders. Yes.
Classic.
I have to look that up right now.
All the time, and it's like, wait, what?
But I'm gonna have to go with Janet on this one, man. Because even when she was talking, man, even when she was talking to Jermaine Dupri, everyone's like, what? All I did was tip my hat to the man, like, what can you say?
Is she really going out with him?
Listen, man, I couldn't say anything negative, man. I was like, what? Mr. Munchie?
I 100%. I felt any man across America, I think, felt the way like.
Yo, man, that dude probably stepped on some telephone books and was wearing that joint out, man. I'm like, she was bad, bro.
Can we get a height check on both of them? Can anybody do that?
Hold on, please.
Can someone check on Janet and Jermaine's height difference? I'm gonna keep going around the room here while someone maybe checks that out. But DJ Scan.
Yeah, man. I think that's why I said that. The way you just phrased it with that question, I said if you want to be, I mean, for me, I think the bigger bragging right is Janet Jackson, personally, because that's coming from old money, that's coming from a legacy. So it's a bigger. J-Lo definitely established herself and got to the level where she became a sexy star, an actress. But I think for the bragging right power effect of it, I think it would be Janet Jackson, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I probably get shot for saying. I feel like J-Lo and Janet today are both iconic. Let's just leave it at
right.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
you can't take it.
But today,
absolutely.
Today, Lopez is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know, she's not with A-Rod anymore, and you know, and Affleck is tearing that down again. So
I've read the rumors.
Yeah.
I've been to the grocery store and saw the papers.
Jenny from the block spun back around the block.
Right back.
She came back around.
So Douglas said 5'4" for Jermaine Dupri.
So 5'4", Janet got to be like 5'2" or something.
Nah,
so Wayne, shout out to you, homie, for checking us out and being with us tonight. Appreciate you.
Good looking at Douglas Hauser.
Hold on a second. How Hobo said what you gonna say?
Janet is 5'4" as well. So says Google.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Heaven. So
how tall is Jermaine Dupri? 5'4".
Yo, that's
so they were eye to eye.
That's a small man.
He might have just been like a magazine.
You said I was a small man.
Pause. 5'4" is poquito.
Oh man.
I don't think that stopped the little guy, but hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Damn. DJ Hobo, where do you stand on this? Since you have.
All right, man. This was easy for me. If you know me at all, you know I have an affinity for the Puerto Ricanos. So I'm going with J-Lo because she is bad, bro.
Yeah, bad. But like I said, I gotta see you naked first. I got to. Not you.
I
gotta see her naked first, dude. Because I've dealt with women that wear them what them things called, them body suits.
Nah,
Spanx.
I follow J-Lo.
And when they get out that Spank, it's like put it back on.
Nah,
right.
I follow J-Lo on Instagram, and A-Rod had her doing steroids or something, man, because she is tight, bro.
Well, yo, real talk too. We know that man, we go to Fordham Road right now. There's like 20 J-Los up there, man. Right now.
Yeah.
Bro, it is now hard to find a Puerto Rican chick with 2 kids and like 3 guys that she was engaged to. Or probably
big facts. Big facts.
Listen, man. You go up to the Bronx right now, or you gonna, and especially when it's hot outside, or you gonna see nothing but cheeks out there, Hobo.
Cheeks and strollers, baby. Cheeks and strollers. Cheeks and strollers, baby.
You saw J-Lo. You saw J-Lo in that concert, the vaccine concert.
The Bronx vaccine concert. Somewhere somebody's going, that's needed.
Never mind, she's collecting rings like Thanos.
Trip. Who do you feel? Are you going to the J-Lo from the block vaccine concert, or are you going to the Janet Jackson's daughter's second birthday party?
I'm going to the old Janet, not Janet now. I'm going to the old Janet.
No, we're talking about now. Not just right
now.
No, whatever you use in your imagination, whatever you do, what you do.
The old Janet was like a wishing star. It was like, so
her body was insane.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Those cheeks, man.
I was gonna say she didn't have them cheeks though. She didn't have them cheeks. She had a fucking dope stomach, like and nice.
She was hitting that workout hard, man.
What was going with the
what was that video she had when she kept leaving the door open for the neighbor?
Anytime, any place.
Yeah, that man.
That was a good one.
That's how Matt prefers. You have to go open for the neighbor.
Yeah.
Man.
The trip.
So I'm gonna switch my answers. I'm gonna say Lopez.
You're going with this.
Oh, what a defector.
I knew he was going Puerto Rican. I knew he would.
The mommy with the cake.
He probably gonna drive up to the Bronx right after this.
People make chicken 3 different ways more than black people. It's a fact. Like he's thinking of options in advance. Like, well, I get it.
I mean, big facts, bro. We go to Grand Concourse Fordham right now. It's gonna be popping. It's gonna be lit.
What? Especially when it gets hot out.
It's gonna be lit.
So we're looking again at another tie on this particular question, which makes things so interesting. Because now I gotta do the math to figure out who won.
Come on, DJ Sensa, do your last minute appearance.
If not, we might just leave it to Doogie Howser in the chat room because I gotta do the math. Let me figure out the math first. Hold on a second. So we're looking at
Douglas Howser.
Shout out to you. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Actually, ladies and gentlemen, I tallied the votes. I'm not as high as I thought.
Okay.
And we've come to conclusion to tonight's Who Do You Got episode, brought to you by the good people that Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. The Sean Love Combs versus Jermaine Dupri battle. It's been spoken about forever. People have talked about it, discussed it. Gunshots have fired over this battle on the internet. Many emoji have been hurt. When it comes down to these two legendary CEOs, two legendary label owners, two legendary hip-hop producers, two legendary icons in the hip-hop chapters of the game again. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Jermaine Dupri is the overall.
All they do is win.
But a very slim win. But Jermaine Dupri is the overall winner tonight, guys. How do you feel about that? Are you happy? You might as well be.
Play that
What's that? What'd you say?
Play that Houdini music. Play that
This is one of the few games. I mean, one of the few rounds that we ever like. You guys picked one side, and that side actually.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's not true. But I mean, a lot of times it's proved a little different. But this one, how do you guys feel? Are you happy? Are you content with that?
I mean, I feel like it's accurate. You know, I think I feel like JD is a solid representation. But I mean, as I was doing my research on this, CEO status for Puff is I mean, it's pretty serious. I mean, I think he's 885 million or something like that. Like his numbers are kind of crazy, but that's certainly counting Ciroc, Sean John, all of those ventures. I don't know how much of it is actual music money. I could be sleeping on how much of it is actually that, but
I think the label's still active, but not like fully active.
Yeah, true. But I don't if is either label putting out music.
Well, technically, I think like that kid MGK, I think is still technically signed to Bad Boy.
And so he is. You know what?
Right.
You're right about that.
And I think he's popped out. Like he's totally pop music now. And that still goes to Bad Boy. And there's got to be other little things like that too. Like they're not gonna like. Yeah, there's a way to make money off.
And then doesn't he have his Revolt channel as well too?
Yeah. I mean, there's no question, man. There's no question that Diddy definitely is a mogul and does his thing. There's absolutely no question about that, man. I think just for our conversation, this is what we picked, and it was a good call.
Yeah,
agreed.
But the streets have spoken. This being the streets, we've figured out tonight. Jermaine Dupri is the better overall CEO. When it came to production, apparently some people felt differently, but we were there. We saw it happen. We've got the records. We witnessed it. We did the homework. And the result is the result. Jermaine Dupri is the overall winner tonight. Guys, I want to thank you guys again for joining us another night of Monday nights, 8 p.m. on Twitch, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Another episode of Who Do You Got? For those that need to tune in again, we'll do this every Monday, 8 p.m. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitch. Follow us on YouTube. Everything is Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. The word "and" is spelled out. To my comrades, it's been fun.
JD's gonna make you jump.
We should play more music during these things. I mean, we everybody should come prepared next time. Like, let me play my favorite joint or something like that. You know what I mean? Because we can get away with it here on this platform. I'm pretty sure.
I was prepared, yo. I was gonna rock the
rock it. Go ahead.
The money ain't a thing.
Yo, that's a big record. That's because listen. When I looked up hip hop records specifically with Jermaine, it's not that they're far and few, but none of that are like stand out like that record.
Yeah, that's a big record.
Guy, that record could still knock in the club today.
Yeah, facts.
That record will still go to play that, hobo.
I'm about to.
That record goes hard today. In the Ferrari, look at Jaguar, switch your 4 lane.
Yeah, that's a big. That's a club banger. That's a club banger right there.
Yeah,
That you could, yeah, you can still play that today for sure. Timeless record.
Even the young, you may not even know, but they'll be like, "That's Jay-Z, though."
right.
It must be one of those earlier records. Before the 444 album or some shit.
Right.
I think it's something recent that they would think of.
The Carter's album.
Cars, yeah.
Ouch. You gotta calm down with that haircut, dude.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right. You remember Dupree in Into Deep?
Into
The
Deep?
movie. Yeah, he was
Into
in Into
Deep.
Deep. Yeah.
What part?
When I think Omar Epps had to like push him down or something in the alleyway.
Oh, he's right. Had to beat him up.
Yeah.
Oh,
You ain't no cop, Jay Reed.
He got bullied. He got bullied in the movie.
He got stepped on. He got stepped on. He did.
Crazy.
That's that was Scan's favorite movie, kid.
Yeah.
Take that. Like it.
Like it. Love it.
That part makes me nervous, dude.
But
I
you know
was
what?
like, yo,
That part made me cringe.
I was like, yo, man, this dude LL, he did an excellent job on that joint, kid.
Yeah.
Very,
Doing that.
Yeah, he
Scan
did.
was
That
like, that was a very convincing role. I remember. But he did his thing in that movie, man.
You ain't no cop, Jay Reed.
Yeah. You ain't no cop, Jay. Hanging out the window shooting at nothing. Just
You ain't no cop, Jamie.
Poor little Shaheem in the movie. He said, "You won't give me this for that?" He said, "I will get him for that."
I don't remember that movie at all, bro.
What?
Nah.
Wait, what?
Damn, it had.
So
Had
it was a good film.
Ooh,
Yeah, it was a good flick.
Well, was it Nas in that joint?
Into Deep?
Nah,
I don't recall.
nah.
I think he had a cameo in there, if I'm not mistaken.
I gotta look to see. Gotta see what streaming platform Into Deep.
No, Weebay from The Wire was in there.
Yes, he was in there.
He wasn't that shit. We may always everywhere, man.
I gotta see what streaming platform Into.
It's like Kenny from Oz, who ended up in The Wire. Right? I can't even remember his name in The Wire. He's always Kenny. I don't even watch Oz. Like I just remember him as Kenny from Oz and shit.
They say Sticky Fingers was in it.
Oh, but what was Kenny's name in motherfucking in The Wire?
Yeah, Sticky Fingers was in it. Jermaine Dupree was in it. Shaheem was in it. Who else? Yep. David Allen Greer was in it. From In Living Color. There's a lot. This movie had a lot of major actors in this joint.
He was what was he in?
Hassan Johnson, Weebay.
Hassan Johnson.
Veronica Webb was in this.
Yeah, Veronica Webb was the baddest in that era, bro.
Yeah.
Hill Harper was in it. Nia Long was in it. Pam Grier was in it.
You know, it's another dope movie that's not really a hip hop movie, but had a dope hip hop soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
The Boiler Room.
Really?
There's so much hip hop in there.
Wait, is it Gangstar song? There's the Gangstar and everything on there, right? Yeah.
Rakim, like
Yeah.
There's mad fucking hip hop in that movie.
Yeah.
And like it's not a hip hop movie at all.
At all.
Black market and shit like.
He was Bodie in The Wire.
Oh,
Bodie.
That's it. Right.
Man, I would have never got that, bro.
Right.
Never got that.
Yes.
I would have never got that. Bodie. He's a bad little motherfucker, Bodie, man. He was, man, shooting motherfuckers left and right, man.
Right.
He was ready to bust his gun. He ain't like it, but he was ready to. Like, yo, toot up. All right, folks. So we gonna call it a night. I guess we
Yeah.
off. If you guys want to jump back on later, it's fine. But we're gonna go on tonight. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes crew. Thank you again for watching another episode of Who Do You Got?
Peace.
Everybody in the chat room. Peace. Peace. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.